This episode of Epic Thoughts is brought to you in part by StreamYard. Yo, you've been talking about doing a podcast forever, and you don't know where to start. I get that. Yo, StreamYard is here to help you. StreamYard does everything for you. It sends it to all the places that you want the podcast to go. If you have an RTTP, it'll send it to it. You have a YouTube channel, it'll send it to it. You have a Facebook, it'll send it to it. As a matter of fact, you can even go live on your computer and send it directly to where you need it to go. You can also have audio and video downloads so you can send it to your Spotify page. It does everything for you. It has video assets. You can add videos. You can even add media now. You can add text. You can add scrolling text. You can do so many different things. The list goes on and on and on. StreamYard is here to help you take your podcast to the next level. Hey, here at Epic Thoughts and Heritage Park, we use StreamYard for everything on our podcast. And so, listen, I'm telling you, it's easy to use and it's great to use. So be a part of the team. Join StreamYard today. Click the link in the description and get started. All right? God bless. Did you know lemons aren't naturally occurring, right? They're actually a hybrid of a crossbreed that we have created. It's a crossbreed between a citron and a bitter orange. That's crazy, right? Which means life never gave us lemons. We made them ourselves. This is Epic Thoughts. What is up? What is up? I'm here with y'all for a great episode of Epic Thoughts. Listen, it looks kind of different because we are in transition. We're moving to a new studio, and it's quite not ready yet. But it's always been, we do an Epic Thoughts at the beginning of the year to represent our anniversary. So I normally do the first week of January, the first full week of January, because that's officially when we started our first exact podcast, was January 8th, 2016. So today is January, I believe it's 7th. I think today's the 7th. Yep. 4, 5, 6. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah, today is the 7th. So that means it's our 10 years of Epic Thoughts. Man, so first and foremost, congratulations to all y'all who rock with us. There's not many of you who've been here all 10 years, but man, 10 years we've been doing Epic Thoughts. 10 freaking years. It's crazy. It's wild. It's exciting. Praise the Lord. Anyways, so it's been 10 years, and I felt like even though we're in transition, the new place is not available yet. We're not in a new building, so I'm actually in an office at my house. You can see, it's just, we're still, which is, I basically converted my daughter's bedroom into an office. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. So, but I think it's important at least to get out there and let people know, hey, we're still here. We're still working. We still got some stuff going on. And how have you been, man? It's been about a month. Like, we took kind of half of December off, which most of the world did too because of the holidays. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being blessed. I hope that this life is giving you everything you've asked for. I pray that the God that you serve is giving you everything beyond anything you can ask or think. And I hope that we're excited for the new year, man. If not, hopefully in the next 20 minutes, I can excite you about things that are coming just from just being here. I think one of the craziest things or greatest things about following God is that we don't deserve anything, but yet we are rewarded everything. Like, if you have the heart of God, or if you have God in your life, man, you should lack no good thing. And so I'm excited about the new year. I'm excited about the new year, even though, things may not actually change. If you don't have a sense of excitement for the new year, I'm sorry for you, man. I'm just sorry that life is really hitting you hard like that. First and foremost, I want to say my intro the lemon. It's a true fake, it's true fact, man. I just found this out a couple months ago that lemons don't occur naturally, right? And it's when I and it's a joke, life never gave us lemons. We created them on ourselves. Sometimes I think about, and I thought about the last few years, how many problems I've created myself, and quite a few. If I can be honest, I think I think to be into a new realm of life, to get to a new stage, there's got to be a level of honesty that comes about, and we got to be honest with ourselves about what we're doing, things that we're doing. Uh, is things counting in our benefit? Are we in the right places? And I felt like I got to take account of some things that I allowed to happen in my life, people that I've allowed to kind of mess up my life, or just things of that nature, of ways I've just stepped up or showed up in different scenarios. I don't feel like I've showed up the best version of myself like I should have. And you know, again, every time we go into the new year, millions, if not billions, of people say, you know what, this year's going to be different. And then it's not. But there are people who do say this year's going to be different, and they actually make it different. And I want to encourage you to be one of those people, man. I'm going to help you this today for the next 20, 25 to 30 minutes on how to do that. First and foremost, if you're listening to Epic Thoughts, man, click the subscribe button. If you're listening to me on Spotify or iTunes or podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcast, click that subscribe button so you can get more. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscription button. Listen, HP needs you to now start being engaging. If you're paying any attention to any HP product, subscribe to it, right? I don't care what it is. You gotta subscribe to it. This year is the year we're going all out. We got some cool things happening. And again, we can't just be wandering the wind. You got to subscribe to it. All right. So where do we start? Man, where do we start? First, I got my mushroom coffee. Rise, if you want to sponsor Epic Thoughts, let me know, because I love Rise coffee. Bro, I'm not getting paid for this. If you're trying to make some serious adjustments in your health right now, you want to cut some things out, sugar cravings, you want that to go down and things like that, get you some Rise coffee, bro. This joint right here, sugar cravings gone, tenseness gone, like bloating. This is just nothing but mushrooms, and I don't know. It's awesome. I make mine cold in the morning after my little workout, and it's awesome. I love it. Anyways, bro, this is your year. Real talk. This is your year. You gotta make something happen. You're going to make something happen, and this is the year to do it. How do I know? Bro, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of the life that you've been living? Don't you want something different? I know I do. I know I've been playing low key. I've been playing safe, bro. And a lot of people have been playing safe for many years. And we've been blaming it on the years, right? We've been like, well, 2020 was a bad year for many people. 2021 was a bad year. 2022, and we keep playing this game. But you know what? It's not the years. It's the thought process. It's the mindset that we have going into the next year. So for this next year, I've made this strong choice of mine that I'm not going to settle in the new year. I'm not going to settle for something that's not ultimately what I'm trying to get to. I'm not going to settle for things I don't want. I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to stay stuck in survivor mode, right? The reason my body is effed up the way it is, and no matter how much workout I do, no matter how many miles I run, and I don't run, I'm lying. No matter how many weights I pick up, no matter what I do, my cortisol levels are super high because my brain keeps me in survivor mode. So I have to break that. There's things in our lives that, you gotta break. You have to break in your life, man. And the only way to do that is action. You gotta break it with like straight intentional action. You can't wait for Superman. You can't wait for a superhero or a system or a government or anything. You can't wait for your rich friend to call you up. You got to take intentional action. You got to play hurt if you have to. You got to make intentional decisions, and you got to make action behind them. So right here, this is my big calendar, and it's not even close to finishing, right? But we calendar out 2026, and it was awkward and it was hard. And I'm gonna tell you why it was hard for me. This was hard for me to do because I had to put myself in positions where I'm like, all right, once I write it down and my squad sees it, it's happening. And that means that as the head of this business, I had to be intentional in my action. I have to know that I'm doing things to make these things happen on this board. And it's scary because, let's be honest, I'm just going to be honest with myself. I self-sabotage a lot because I'm afraid of failing. So in the process of me being afraid to fail, I stay stagnant in areas where I should be moving. And I want you to be encouraged to not be stuck in that cycle. I don't want you to be stuck in that cycle. I want to encourage you to make action. Get you a calendar and start putting things down, make goals happen. Bring other people along on this journey too, because it's easy to give up on yourself. It's hard to give up on other people. So this Sunday, we have a project happening in the afternoon that involves like 5 other people. And I can't drop the ball on that because 5 people are relying on this. Not relying on it, but they're excited about it. And I hear them talk about it and they're super pumped. I'm freaked out because I'm like, what if it fails? But man, you've been playing the what if game, and I'm telling you, the what if game is a losing game. People don't win on what if games. There's no win there. You gotta have intentional action. Going to the gym is an intentional action. And maybe the gym is too big for you right now. If you're trying to get your healthy body, maybe the gym may not be your first step, right? Because it's not mine. It wasn't my first step. My first step was eat correctly, right? Intentional action. What can I cut out and what can I replace it with? I can cut out soda and I can replace it with water. So I started drinking more water. I can cut out sugar and I can replace it with fruits, even though fruits have sugar in it. What I've done is created until I get to the point where I want to do something unique and I want to do something that has worked over and over again, but there's a cost to it. So before I get to that point, I need to get to a point where I can do something before the cost comes in to do the things that work the way I want to do it. So I've decided we're going to go completely superfoods. And I'm not going to do this and be like, a whole year, 2026, we're going to go superfoods. But I started small. I'm like, oh, this week, let's do superfoods all week. And superfoods and water. And so I did superfoods, superfoods is like lentils, black beans, salmon, hard-boiled eggs. Don't fry your eggs. Hard-boiled eggs, quinoa, broccoli, corn, leafy vegetables, spinach, kale, and berries. And you can have dark chocolate once in a while. And it helps that our church is on a fast, so I just fit it in, you know. And some people go to the gym and they don't know what to do. Just start with just changing your eating habits and taking a walk. A 30-minute walk, man. Go outside. I love being outside early morning. I like that crisp cold air. Touching ground, touching the earth, man. Touching grass is a good thing too. Intentional action. right? Make it a true intention to do something every day, right? I told I had a baseball team that I coached a couple teams, and every year I would have a certain theme for each team. And one year for my team, we had uh, our term for that year. Our goal was work hard every day. And I remember we have a staying and everything. So at the end of practice, we would do work hard every day, and it was awesome. I actually loved it. When at the end of that season, and that was funny. The funny thing about that season was that was a season that we were an average team. Um, we weren't the best team in the league, and we had some pretty good wins though. We had a pretty good experience and had a good year. Didn't win it all that year, but as a matter of fact, I think we were 500, but we got into the tournament and we made noise. We didn't get to the finals. I think we got to the semifinals, and we lost. But I remember one of the dads came and told me, you know what, I've taken what you said to heart, and I work hard every day now, and it's changed my life. Right? And listen, sometimes we enter survival mode, we work hard, but I want us to intentionally work hard. Right? Intentionally work hard and do it every day. Do something every day. If you're a parent, be a parent, but do something intentional with your kids every day. Right? Even if it means, because I work a lot, so I don't see my kids a lot, but I send text messages because I'm intentional with them. So they know that I'm there. I send them text messages. They text me back. And it's not demanding, like clean your room. My text message is like, hey, Brooke, I love you, bro. And she texts me back, love you too, Dad. Or she'll text me first if she doesn't hear from me by a certain time. G is kind of different, so you had to reach out to her differently. But being intentional in your life, be intentional every day, right? Don't let life get away with you. Don't let life live for you. That's a huge thing. In 2026, don't let life live for you. Don't let life dictate how your day goes. Don't let the world dictate. Don't let life dictate how your journey is, what your journey is going to be, where you're going to go. Don't let life dictate that for you, man. And listen, I can't stress this enough. Even if you're not a Christian and you listen to this podcast, even if you're not a believer, let me tell you something, bro. You need to do some level of praying. If you're not a Christian, that's fine. I want to encourage you to try God, right? Taste and see. Just take a check it out. Put a prayer out there, see what happens, right? If God doesn't show up and God's not good to you, okay, don't serve him. That's my ploy to you, to my unbelieving friends. If he's not good, he ain't good. But I challenge you, I implore you, give him a try this year. And put your heart into it. Believe. I've actually heard so many miracles in the last 3 weeks, man. To the point where I'm like, wow. And to the point where I had to ask myself if I still believe anymore. Right? It's weird because I had to ask myself, when was the last time I've seen like a miracle and or seen God moving in like a miraculous way? It's been a very long time. So I literally might tell myself like, dog, man, do I not believe anymore? Or we get so comfortable in the everyday aspect of going to church, being a Christian, following God, that we stop being excited about God. And I have a little homie, hopefully when we get our studio, which will be in a matter of a couple of weeks, prayerfully. I had a homie that's having this incredible experience that I went with him because I have a homie who's had an opportunity. I'm not going to take it from him. I would like for him to come on the show and share it. But he had an opportunity that was huge happen to him. Huge. That just don't happen overnight. And opportunities like this just don't happen every day. And it was like a Joseph situation where he's in jail and they come in jail and they were like, and this guy was in jail, but I'm just using the story. It's like he was in jail and they come in and they're like, yo, Joseph, man, Pharaoh wants to see you. He wants to see you now. And so he has to shave. He's got to clean up because he's about to be presented to Pharaoh. So they're cleaning it up at the last second and shaving him and making sure his wardrobe is clean and bathing him as he's crossing the grounds to get to the palace. And so my homie is in a situation where somebody called and said, yo, man, we select you. And we got to get you on the plane. We got to get you to the other side of the country. We got to do it by Sunday. Today's Wednesday. We got to do it by Sunday. You have a suit? He like, nah, I ain't got no suit. He said, you got money to get for a hotel room? Nah, I got it. And bro, the excitement that he had when just a phone call, like, yo, this opportunity, and his mom told him, our pastor told him, I was like, yo, this just don't happen every day. So yesterday, I called my homie up and I was like, yo, do you have a suit? And he goes, nah, I ain't got no suit. I never needed a suit. And I was like, all right. And so it was like a 1990s or 80s movie where they had the montage. We were at the suit place and they're doing the measurements. And I was taking pictures like, yo, my man got a suit on. And it was the coolest experience, man. And I got goosebumps of having this experience with him, of watching him get a suit for the first time, get it tailored, and it's custom made. And he looked fly. My friend looked fly in it. And we had to get him suit. We had to get him shoes. I had to be like, you know how to use a tie, all that. It was cool. And all because in an instant like that, some people snap really good. I don't snap good. My snap sounds awful. Still sounds bad. I know my homie Bosa, she snaps her fingers. It's like snap. And I'm like, wow, how do you snap like that? Anyways, my dyslexia is kicking in. Anyways, my point was, I sat in the car. We were talking. I had to give him a garment bag for his suit and show him how to use the garment bag. And then I was like, I was excited for him because what an opportunity that this guy is experiencing. It's crazy cool. And I'm like, man, I wasn't jealous. I was thinking to myself, when did I stop believing that God can do all things? And my life, up to a certain point, has been built on the idea that God can do all things. Man, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. And I realize how much of my faith has been shattered by survival mode and letting life pan out for me. And I need to get back because life isn't good without God. And I don't serve God because of what he can give me. But those experiences, man, can't take them away. Like what my friend's going through, which is an exciting time. Nobody can take that away from him. No one can take that away from him. So I can't wait for him to come back and talk to me. I would love to hear how it went. I'm excited to hear how it went. He takes off Sunday. First time on the plane. Right? He barely leaves the county he lives in. And there's a lot of people over the world that are like that they've never left their city, they never left their county. And we're in SoCal. We got a lot of counties. Well, in SoCal, we only have like 4 big counties. We got San Diego, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, and LA. We got 5 major counties. And we went to Orange County for tacos a couple months ago. And he was, this is my first time in Orange County. I was like, what? So I love it. I love it because about half a year ago, this dude was like, I'm going to give God everything. I'm gonna trust him with my whole heart. And now he's in this situation where God's just doing crazy things. And I'm excited about him. I'm excited for you. Because I know some of you are in your heart like, man, that's what I want. I want the adventure of following God. I want to experience some new, unique things that I haven't experienced. I need new stuff. I need freshness. I need newness. Hey, it can happen. I need you to be intentionally active. I need you to take intentional action. Take intentional action, and you can make things happen for you. I know it. I believe in you. My last thing I'm going to share with this. Stop asking permission to live your life. Stop asking for permission to live your life. Is it okay if I do this? What do you think? Do you think this is cool? Stop asking for permission to live your life. You don't need my permission. Actually, you don't need anybody's permission. Live your life according to what the Holy Spirit has put on your heart to do. Live your life. You don't need to ask for permission. And I don't want you to. I want you to kill that right now. I want you to kill that noise. Stop playing small, man. I have a homie right now who everything is a question. Should I write a book? Do you think it's okay if I do this? Do you think it's okay if I eat shrimp? Stop asking for permission to live your life. People are living these great lives and all these different things. And listen, I'm not saying that that's the ultimate goal to have a great life, but the scripture is very clear. I don't have time to really get into it, but the scripture is clear that Jesus wants us to have a prosperous life. A prosperous life. That's what he wants for us. You know, we act like we need to be in sorrow and yes, listen, there are seasons where the scripture is very clear. We need to be mourning. We need to be in deep sorrow for our sins and repented. But Jesus comes and has finished the work on the cross. So we live in the sense of gladness and gratitude, but as well, he wants us to win in life. The scriptures very tells us to reign in life, that he wants us to reign in our life. He wants us to be masterful in something. He wants us to have a good life. He wants us to please him with a good life. We please him with a good life. We please him in doing the things that he's asked us to do. And in those things, we will find prosperity and wealth and health. So stop asking for permission to be well. Stop asking for permission to be wealthy. Stop asking for permission to live healthy, right? If I could share, if you get anything from me today, you should get that. We're doing the double monitor thing, so I don't. So when you see me looking away, I'm looking at the second screen. Excuse me, because I gotta find the link. There it is. HeritageParkPROD.com is the website. This is our year, man. And we're going to celebrate big in December, bro. We're not going to just finish and be like smelling like smoke, like we've been on fire for half the year. And listen, stop proclaiming stupid stuff, right? This doesn't mean that bad things aren't coming. This doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. Okay? That's not what this is. That's not what I'm saying. You're going to have trials still. There are still going to have things happening. Like, shoot, this whole Venezuela thing is crazy right now, right? It's because life be lifing. But we don't need to sit there and be like, this year is and whine, and it's not funny to post, you know, am I on God's strongest list? No, you're on God's blessed list. You've always been. But here's the deal. When life lives for you, you're a result of that life. So I don't want life to live for us. I want us to be intentionally active in our life. Be intentionally active in your health. Be intentionally active in your business. Be intentionally active in your marriage. Be intentively active in your parenting, in school, in your relationships. Be intentfully active. Listen, happy 10-year anniversary, Epic Thoughts. And pray for another 10 years. God bless you guys. We'll see you next week.